was saying, here's the agenda for today. So we have Terence going through the new E100E and E200E and what's about telematics for this. We'll talk about the 2026 price increase in more details. Then I will just run a very short poll. It's just 2 questions, basically, to understand more about how can we sell more of Trellis's Premium, whatever it is, ZF or Schmitz. Then I will go through quickly the success stories. I don't have any to share with you today, unfortunately, but I will just give you as well the information for this month's success stories so you can capture them into the form. And then, as usual, we have the what does the team work on session and the Q&A. Just before giving you the mic, I don't know how to say that. Yes, the mic. Terence, I just wanted to let you know about the 4G retrofit because we usually always start with the 4G retrofit update on the 2G and 3G sunset. I didn't put it on the agenda because there is no change versus what I sent you a few weeks ago. I will just make sure when I will send you the summary for this monthly call today that I will also attach the last information I shared with you about 2G and 3G sunset, but there is no update on that. I didn't get any new information from our network provider. That's why you don't see it on the agenda for today. So now that I say that, Terence, I leave you the stage.
Thank you very much, Swazik, and good morning, everyone. On VP truck, on the new E100E and E200E units, we place telematics as standard as in these units. So placing the blue box light, it's actually in the condenser as opposed to a separate in the kit. So it's giving all the benefits of the VP truck telematics. And the best thing is it's very easy to activate now. We just put in the Barcelona serial number of the unit, and then you can activate using that number. Okay. And then the best thing is that we're giving 1 year connect and track free of charge with this. So the goal is here to promote this offering with your customers. And we have some marketing tools that like we have the Connected Solutions toolbox, and we're putting some information here like a HTML email directly to promote this telematics and an onboarding procedure to assist you on this. And then, as I said, we have a HTML email where we're getting the translations done for it, but we can share the English version after the call. But the goal is here to inform your customer the 1 year's free connectivity for every one of these units and to promote that offering. And then like we will the goal is to here obviously drive as much adoption as possible. I mean, this is free, so we want to understand what gather insights from the customer, and from that we want you'd have any activation challenges or use cases that are interesting from the customer or success stories stemming from the process. You will get valuable feedback from the customers. And so if there's any of this information, it would be greatly appreciated if you could pass this on. And so going forward in this call, I'd like to, give periodic updates on how we're doing and get feedback from you to understand how it's going. And of course, if there's any questions, you can directly make contact with me. But I open the floor now for if there's anyone has questions right now on this on the VP truck telematics standard.
For those who don't feel like very comfortable in speaking in English as well, you can type it in the chat. There's no issue as well. I'll be checking the chat as well if there's any question that can result. Guys, one more thing as well. I see that there is still this AI tool which is launched, and I tell it again that we cannot accept any AI tool to be on this call. we'll be sharing with you the deck and the recording link and everything you need. And if you miss anything, just let me know. But we cannot allow to get this AI read AI tool running for that meeting. So I will opt out for this one, just for you to know. Oh, I already opted. Yeah, thanks so much, Matthias. Thank you. Sorry. So yeah, I don't see any question in the chat. Do you have any question to address, parents, about the 100 and 300E?
No, that's it. I mean, we could follow up with the material, and if there's anyone that can provide direct feedback if they have any questions, and we can report back next month on how it's going.
Yeah.
So thank you. I'll move on.
That sounds good. Thanks very much, Terence. So let's move to the next topic, which is the 2026 price increase, which is not a nice topic, right? So first, I will explain what we're talking about. You have seen, for most of them, you might have seen the bulletin that has been already published on the 9th of October. Yeah, so we have decided to implement a price increase on the contract from 1st of January next year. You had the details mentioned here, like it's €1 for Connect and Track, VP and Blue Box, €1 for Connect and Share, and then we have €2 for the other contracts. We're not talking here about lease assist or service assist. They are not affected. It's really about contract, not options, right? So that will reflect onto the January invoice. So the first invoice of the year next year, the customer will start seeing this increase. This increase is not only for new subscription, so it's not only for new contract, that's also for the existing contract. Everything that has been monthly, let's say, contract will be affected. The pay upfront that have been paid this year and previously, but before the 1st of January, will not be affected. We won't come back to the customer saying, oh, by the way, we have increased the prices. So for 5 years per front, you have to pay this extra amount. No, we won't do that. What has been paid is paid, and we will not affect the pay upfront contract. But for any new pay upfront contract from 1st of January, obviously the pay increase will apply. We have shared with you the new price list for 2026. We'll get some more as well shared with you for the upgrade and all the other tabs that we can find onto the Connected Solution Blue Sheets. But for now, you have at least the information about the new pricing. So question is why? So just for you to know that since we have launched the Blue Box back in 2017, we have never increased the contract price. So it's been 8 years. That will be actually 9 years from 1st of January next year. That the price of all contracts for telematics haven't been increased at all. Okay, you have seen that in the last few years, all the costs, everything, energy, consumption. I mean, in the shops as well. I mean, you can see that everything is increasing. There's no exception as well for the services. So everything about IT related in the maintenance cost. The energy, and I mean all of these costs obviously have been increased. There's no exception here, but we also want to ensure that we are delivering reliable, secure, and innovative digital services to our customers. So that's why we would like to get that also price increase to kind of like, if I can say, finance for the future, so we can invest more into enhanced security, for example, upgrade or technology infrastructure as well in the background, cover, as I was saying, the rising operational costs that we have in the last few years, and there's no plan, I guess, to be different in the next few years as well. And most of it, we want to introduce new features and expand the integrations as well from different sources. So that's the reasons why this price increase will get effect in 2026. I can tell you that we have done our maximum not to get this price increase done for the contract, but we have no choice but now to reflect the increased costs to our customers as well. So what's next? You have seen in the bulletin, so we have communicated everything. Obviously, as a dealer, you are responsible for the customer relationship, for what it is to, like, the obligations, the legal obligations to you and to our customers. We have a 30 days notice. So we have in our agreement with you dealers that or with customers in direct. We have few direct billed customers as well. We have into our agreement that if in case of price change, we have to notify them at least 30 days before, which is basically end of November, very end of November. We started that process with the ASMs, TKESMs, and also the dealers via the built-in early October. And now we are presenting you as well that the subject today. I put the links of the built-in, I put the links of the new connected solutions sheet as well, blue sheet as well, that you have here. And I would like to go into the next slide, if you don't mind, Terence, before opening for questions, because we have kind of created kind of like a FAQ. I'm sorry, I have to do it from my phone because I had some technical issue today, but I will make it bigger. But I would like to go through each of the questions. So we have listed basically the most common questions we have received so far. This is obviously open for enhancement. Like if you have any other question, we will just like update it as we go. So the first question I would like to just discuss with you is what should we say to the customer about this price increase? So you have the answer here, and that's basically what I just discussed before to covering the increased operational cost that we have to be able for us to invest onto the future, and also to provide a more secure and reliable solution as well. That is all factoring into that that price increase. And we want to also offer some new features to a customer that will give them more value. So they see that price increase as not that much a price increase versus what they already have, because they will have more functionality along the year as well and along the road as well that will justify this price increase. Okay, so that is really the answer you can provide your customers. Then there is the next question is, will the price increase apply to the customer and dealers that have prepaid the annual subscription, so the pay upfront? The answer is no. I was telling you just before, what is paid is paid. We won't go into any retroactive or whatever invoice for 2026 for pay upfront contract that has been already paid. Sorry, I have to slow down. I've been told I have to slow down a little bit. So, so there will be no impact for those who are already on pay upfront contracts, but for any new contracts, monthly or pay upfront starting next year, the price increase will apply. And for all current monthly contracts as well, the price increase will also be applied. Okay. So that's just to clarify. So only pay upfront is not in scope for those who already paid pay upfront contract. For any new, that is in scope. Does this price increase apply to temper track, trailer tracks, and I can by extension as well add the City 4.5 and the Reb and Razor, so our old legacy telematics units? No, there is no price increase in here. It doesn't make sense, first because for temper track and trailer track, they are discontinued. We just support those who are on the field, but there's no development. Nothing happens for these as well. So that doesn't make sense and justification to get this price increase affecting as well this type of devices. Does this price increase as well apply to the lease assist or by extension as well connect and assist, for example? No, that is absolutely not in scope either. Only to contracts. And then the next question is about, will it apply to existing customers, dealers? I think I've been clear enough, but the answer is yes, except for those who already paid up front. There will be no new invoice. I will not repeat it enough, I guess. And then will it be any additional price increase in the future? We will always try to minimize, the price increase. It's been 8-9 years that we try to avoid this. So obviously our target is not to get some price increase every year, but we don't know what the future is made as well. It's kind of a bit of unpredictable economic situation and everything happening right now. It's really hard for anyone to predict anything. So I can't say no, there will be no new price increase. I cannot tell that. We might also have some price increase justified by new features or something we really feel like is making a big differentiator on the markets, on the telematics market as well, and that brings a big value to the customers. That's also something that can happen. So it might be not a price increase as such, but it will be a revaluation of the price of the contract because there will be some more features as well brought into that contract. That's options. But yeah, I cannot say no, there will be no future price increase on these contracts. Then telematics billing cycle runs from 17th to the 16th of each month. So when will it exactly apply? You get it on the first invoice of 2026, which is end of January. Okay. And then it's all about, how will you get the information, for the pricing. So the quote tool is already updated. I will share that with you once we have other as well products in the pipeline right now. So I want to make a big update at the same time because we have some few new features and products released by the end of this year. So I just want to make sure I'm not putting one version of the connected solutions bullshit and quote tool for each of them. I'm just waiting for gathering all of them in one. But you'll get that updated on the core tool and on the connected solutions bullshit as well. You already have it, and it will be enhanced with some other information as well as we go. Will we be updating the tracking embedded pricing? So that will apply anyway from 1st of January. So here it's just to say that, yes, the new pricing will be in the system from 1st of January. So everything you will activate from 1st of January will automatically get the new price of 2026. And also it's another details I wanted to share with you. We have reviewed our terms and conditions for different reasons. Our legal team reviewed that and said like, yeah, it should be a bit enhanced. So we have reviewed our terms and conditions. As you know, they are available for the customers on tracking online. And basically the first user of the customer account that will logging into tracking would be the one terms and conditions. If he doesn't click approve, then he cannot access tracking. That's the way it works actually. So this process will be kind of like reset from 1st of January onwards, so that every customer, at least one user of every customer, will have to review the new terms and conditions and approve them as well, so that they can access the tracking platform. Okay. Just one change I can tell you about the terms and conditions is the 6-month subscription minimum for any tracking contracts. We specify that now. I mean, we are conscious that some customers doesn't anyway go for tracking for 1 or 2 months. We've never seen that. Usually when they subscribe to tracking, they go for years. But we have added that clearly on the system that it's a 6-month subscription minimum. So that is one of the main change. Okay, I think I talked a lot, and so I opening up now for questions. If you have any general questions, I would say about the price increase.
I have a question. It's Fabian. Hi.
Like, oh, I have this customer. Yes, tell me. Hi, Fabian.
We are the customer because we have the contract with Thermo King. So our customers have the contract with us. But if the customer log in the tracking web portal and they accept it, what do they accept? Because we have to do the price increase with them.
Yes, you do have to do that.
But we don't agree the price increase with you. So we don't click on it.
That's a different story then, Fabian.
But if our customers click on it, then it's a problem for us. So
yeah, so the first thing, there's no price. Yeah, there's no price mentioned onto the terms and condition. That's the first thing I would tell you. If they click on the terms and condition approved, it's not that they have approved about the price increase. That's another topic we have to deal on the case by case altogether. I mean, and you have to escalate that to your ASMs, and then the ASM raise it internally, and then we review each of them, and then we go to a decision. So the terms and conditions and the prices increase, it's kind of different. We would have had to update the terms and conditions even though there was no price increase, just to answer your question. It's really independent. We took that occasion because we thought about the 6 months minimum subscription, and it's like, okay, we have probably to change it a little bit, but then by raising that to the legal team, they reviewed them and said like, oh, actually we have to review the entire terms and conditions. They are not aligned with the train policy. So that's why it has been reviewed. But even though we didn't have the price increase, the terms and conditions we would have been updated anyway. So it's kind of independent at the same time, because it's the price increase has been the kind of the trigger for that check, but that's independent. So what I can tell you, Fabian, about your point is that the price increase, if you have any issue, as you were saying, like we don't accept it and everything, it has to be dealt. Yeah, it's fine. It's not my decision to take. It's something that we have to raise within the organization and just take cases by cases and have a look and see what can be done. You raised that already some points, Fabian, and I have it on the list. And the next time we discuss it would be what day are we? It will be I think in 10 days, something like that, if I remember well. So we have some sessions already planned internally to review all these cases raised from the field, so from you guys, or even as well from our key accounts managers, from TK as well. They have some requests and some questions. So don't hesitate to go to your ASM with us, and we review it, and we'll come back to you, and we probably as well invite you for some more information about contract details in terms of in case of any case touching to specific pricing that has been agreed. So this is totally different from the let's say the startup process. Here we're talking about, obviously, the smaller the customer is and the easier it is, because it's the smallest amount we're talking about as well. So obviously I can get that for big fleet and big customers, the topic is not the same, and the conversation and the approach with the customer is totally different as well. So that's why terms and condition is something different. It doesn't reflect the price increase. There's no price mentioned into the terms and conditions. And they approved it the first time, like probably last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, depending on when they started to use the tracking platform. They already agreed about that. So there's no relationship in between the terms and conditions for tracking and the contract that you have with the customer. That's something different. Now for the price increase that you have to that's a case by case review that we have to go through. So we have already your cases, Fabian. If you have some more, you can just enhance them and send me the list. I have no issue about that. We review them and we'll come back to you as well with a proposal about this. And that's the same for all of you guys. If you see that there is, I don't know if you already have factored in the contracts in the units for X amount of time. I don't know. I mean, if you have a special price, I don't know, for any reason that you see that you cannot apply this price increase or not in whole, then just come back to me, your ASMs first, and then I will just make sure that it's reviewed and answered to you as well. Is that okay clear, guys? Fabian, is that okay for you?
Yeah, it's okay. For me, it's just important that the customer don't get a notification. Yeah, here, please accept the new pricing.
Oh, no. No. It's not about price increase in here. No, it's just about it's about the usage of the platform. So it's all this no legal terms about the information we are sharing into tracking the usage. It's all about this. It's not about the contracts and the pricing. No, it's not. It's not related to that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any other question, guys? Yes, Matt.
I had a question.
Yeah.
With the new terms and conditions, is it
Yes.
If I have a new customer who wants one-way communication, he wants to try it for 2 months, I have to tell him it's a minimum of 6 months?
So if he wants to try it, we have this demo program still available on the tracking. So if he's a new customer, you can still like create him as a demo customer. It will have 3 months free of charge, up to 3 units. And if you want him to use, it's usually you can get the full bunch of of features. You can have two-way communication as well. If you prefer him to have only one way, you can specify that to the support team, and they will just change the contract by default for these 3 months for free. But that's a way for you to just like give the customer the opportunity to try it for a few months and see if he likes it. If he likes it, then he can just go on a normal contract, and then 6 months shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Any other question, guys? Okay, I'm just trying to see now if I'm not missing anything. Hi everybody, I have a question. I didn't understand if the price increase is for both current trackings, current contracts, and for renewals, or the new ones therefore. Okay, so yes, I confirm the price increase is for all current tracking monthly tracking contract monthly. Okay, so if you have all your customers on monthly payments, they will be impacted from 1st of January, that's price increase. So the price of their monthly payment will be increased by 1 or 2 euros, depending on the per unit, depending on the contract they have. For pay upfront, what is paid is paid. We don't talk about that, and it's not impacted. From 1st of January, the new Connected Solutions blue chip with the prices will apply. So the new pricing for pay upfront and monthly contracts will apply from 1st of January next year. I hope you can answer the question. I don't see any other question. I'm still here, guys. If you have questions that pops up into your mind after that session, I mean, you know where I am. You can send me an email. If that's a question that can also be helpful for the rest of the group, I will share the question. I will add it as well on this FAQ, and I will share that as well with you and highlight that new question onto my email so that the others know that there's something new to look at. Okay, so if there's no more question about the price increase and it's all clear on your side, I would just go on the Trailer Assist Premium, ZF and Schmitz. So we see little, let's say, adoption of the Trailer Assist Premium. So I just would like now to share with you the two just simple questions. We are trying to understand first, if you feel comfortable explaining this offering, whether it is Schmitz or so the API only, or ZF with Trailer Pulse and API. We're just trying to understand first, is the offering on both clear for you, and you feel comfortable explaining the customer and guiding the customer in his choice? So I will just launch the first question, which is all about this. How comfortable are you about explaining the Trailer Assist Premium offering to your customers? So 5 stars is like, I'm the expert. I know everything about these offerings, and I have no issue explaining the differences and guide the customer into his decision-making process. Okay? So can you, if you don't see it, please let me know, because for me it seems to be live, but I want to make sure that yeah, I start seeing some results. Pretty low for now, but that's always good to know, and it's helpful for us to understand what we have to do as well. Okay, we have 11 answers so far. 12. I will give you some more seconds because it's really important for us to understand your needs as well in terms of training or material. If it's not enough and something is missing, we want to know what, so we can help you guys. 14 answers so far. Let's give you 10 more seconds. Okay, I will just now close the poll. Actually, you know what? I will leave it open just in case you have some of you are just like trying to understand, you know, stuff like that. So I will close it at the very end of the session. Okay, so you still have a little time. So for now, I can see it's really low. It's half. So it's basically not that comfortable. It's, yeah, you might have some knowledge, but you don't feel very comfortable like explaining differences and guiding the customer. Okay, so That's very helpful for us to know. Now, I would like you to tell me basically what's missing. Okay, so what are the gaps that you have identified with our own Trailer Assist Premium Schmidt? And what we say in here is like, first it's related to the question that I've had before. So if you feel like, I don't know, I missed some training on the, I don't know, installation, or I missed training on the differences. So, or if that's if you see something more requested by the market as well, or by your customers, that's also the place you can put it. So we want to understand how can we help you selling more of these solutions. Okay, so let me launch the poll right now, and please make some sentences because sometimes, I'm sorry, but you might think about something, you put 2 words and I'm like, what does it mean? So please be as specific as you can. It's not an issue if you put a sentence. That would be very helpful for me to understand what you mean behind, right? So I just launched the poll right now. I don't see any result, but hopefully you're typing a long explanation. What's wrong, basically? What's wrong with the Trailer Assist Premium ZF Schmidt's offering? Okay. Okay, for now I see SA. Error codes, not clear. Okay. Can somebody put what SA means? Expensive. Okay. So when for the one who said expensive, can you specify for which? For, is it Schmidt's? Is it ZF? Because obviously Schmidt's is only a subscription from tracking. ZF is subscription plus. Oh, South Africa. Okay. And what do you want to say by South Africa? There's no sales over there, or there's no need over there. Just try to understand. Yeah, I was just saying that for the expensive points, if you can just point me as well, what is expensive for you or for the customer? Is that the tracking subscription? Is that the Trailer Pulse equipment for ZF? Just for me to understand a bit more what's the issue here about the price. I'll leave it open because it's very important for me. So Schmidt's, okay. Okay, so I see South Africa. I need to understand for South Africa what it is. I guess it comes from Bernard, my dear friend. If you want to send me an email, just explaining me.
All good. I think it's only partially going through. We don't have Smith cargable trailers here, so yeah.
Okay.
We use the normal one.
The standard one, okay. And there's no need as well for ZF over there? For the Trailer Pulse equipment, like, to be fitted and then get the data from API from ZF? You don't have that
not
need
at
in
all.
South Africa?
We use the Trailer Assist, the standard one for the energy packs. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks very much, Bernard. Okay, I will leave you a few seconds. I will leave it as well open until the end. We don't have so much more topic to cover anyway, so I think it's worth it to just leave it open so you have time as well to just like put everything. And if you want to send me an email explaining everything, if you don't want typing loads of things in here, I'm also happy to receive your feedback by email. I have absolutely no issue about that. If you can be as specific as you can, that would be really helpful for me. Okay, Terence, do you mind just going to the next topic, which is, I think it's, digital success story. So I don't have any to share with you today, unfortunately. We have started to promote that kind of initiative back in August. And we have created a kind of like a submission form, let's say, for you guys to be able to, every time you have a good success story where telematics made a difference or help the customer or anything you want to share with us about telematics, this form is for you. So you can just, like, in few questions, you can just capture who is the customer, what was the deal about, how telematics made a difference, what was the solution you offered, what was the problem that the customer was facing. So all of this, you can just fill in the form, and then at the end of the month, when we have the monthly call, or early December now, when we have the monthly call, then I'll be able to go through some of your success stories and share that with the rest of you guys. And I think it's always very good to share the success stories. It's very it's inspirations, as well for the others. It gives tips about solutions that they probably didn't think about for some of their customers. It's always good, and it keep up as well the good vibe. It's always good to talk about success. We in France, we are very good to point what's wrong. I don't want to be like this in here. we really want to point your success, because you work so hard on having things happening and deals closed off as well. So it's really worth it to spend a bit of time each month to just remind you guys how hard you work and how successful you are. So I have put the link for November on that slide. So once you click on that link, you will go directly on the form, on the online form page, and you can start putting the information in there. Okay. And I think last but not least, that's the final slide, I think, about what does a team work on. There's no change versus last month. So now the team is working actively on the Tracking 20X, which is the new tracking platform, phase 4. So as you know, we are developing for now a few months now. It's been probably almost 9 months that we have started to work on the Tracking 20X. We call it 20X because it would be a long process to develop. But we already started to release some few features in phase 1, 2, and 3. That's on me, actually, that I haven't been very good on following up with the testers for that, but I will be good, and I will come back to them announcing them what is now available through the last 3 phases, so that they can play with the system. It's a real system, actually, so play might not be the right word to use, but that they can use the system for the features that are available onto the new tracking. We expect to have a full release of that next year, but we are trying to see how our customers could, or tracking users could benefit from the new tracking, because we have enhanced some few features, and also we have enhanced the system as well. Then next is TK1 View. So we've been talking about TK1 View for a while now, and it's happening. Don't worry, it's happening. We expect that to be done in the next few weeks. So TK1 View is, as you say, a solution for mixed feed customers. It's a separate platform. Okay, it's not tracking. It's another platform that will look at tracking, but it's not tracking. And the customer can see other brands as well on that platform, and other information as well, such as driver behavior, tractor data, and you can also see the STPMS as well. So that is coming. Once I have confirmation from the team that everything is sorted out, then we can make sure that you will see an invite for the launch webinar in your mailbox. So that will come very soon. Evolution is a product that we are developing as well with the platform. So we are working on that for obviously integrating the data onto our tracking. Ask Tracking. So Ask Tracking, as you know, this is our generative AI tool embedded into tracking. We had 1 month of field trial that ended last week, actually, or let's say Monday this week. We have removed the access to the users, because now we have to take into account all the feedback that we have received, make some few adjustments onto the system, and then we have to launch it. So that will come as well before the end of the year. And the Analytics Storefront. So Analytics Storefront is what we call as well the Analytics Hub. This is the first dashboard that we have created, is the Energy Insight dashboard. Most of you know about that because we had loads of dealers involved into the demo program that also ended end of last week. So it was up for 6 months, and we were to understand as well for the different versions of this of this dashboard, what would be suitable more for customers and or dealers, and getting understanding as well the value and everything. So this is what have been done so far. So the team is actively working on that. I think I'm done for that presentation, Terence. So I have, we still have a bit of time anyway. So we have the Q&A. So if you want to bring anything to our attention, if you want to discuss anything, just let me know. Okay, I don't see, I just checked the chat and I don't see any question in the chat. So I guess everything is clear, guys. I will be then closing the polls right now, so that if you still want to click or type in some answers onto the two questions I've asked, you still have a few seconds to do it. If the next monthly call will happen early December, I think it's on the 6th, if I remember well, or something like that. But anyway, it's early December. If you have any topic you want me to cover into that meeting, just let me know. I can easily accommodate that into our agenda. If I know it well in advance, I mean, I have no issue, like, adding that. So yeah, so just come to me if you need any refresher, anything about tracking the offering, anything. Just come back to me and we'll accommodate that. And I just want to thank you a lot for attending today's call, and I wish you a very nice day and nice weekend by extension.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Have a nice
Mosaic.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Susie.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys. Take care. Take care all. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Fazig. Bye.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, guys.